the pronunciation part of the criterion. We said that actually pronunciation is extremely important. So it is very important that you need to pronounce well. You need to avoid any mispronunciation because this may cause some kind of misunderstanding at the listener, which may reduce your band score in turn. So keep these points in mind. And I said that this mispronunciation may emerge and may happen because of two reasons. Number one, you might learn how to pronounce the word incorrectly. Number two, the interference of your mother tongue. And as I said, if you have a problem like that, then you need to work on yourself in order to improve your performance when it comes to speak in front of others, of course. Okay. A lot of you ask me about accent. Is accent important? No, it is not that important point. It is not that important point. But you need to know both accents. You need to have at least the minimal knowledge about these two accents, American accent and British accent, of course. Okay. So there are some differences, of course, between American English and British English regarding different items. For example, regarding pronunciation. So let's have a look here. We have PE and we have AE. Okay. So one of the main differences regarding pronunciation in between American English and British English is in pronouncing the re sound. I'm talking when we say pronunciation, we speak about sounds, but when we say spelling, we mean letters, right? So, for example, in British English, they usually drop the re sound when it comes after a vowel. You know vowels, A, I, E, O, and U. So if you have a re sound after a vowel, in this case, they drop this vowel. They drop, this re sound. They do not pronounce it. So they say father. This is my father, or my father tells my sister to ask my mother to be ready because they are going to farm and meet our brother who likes to look at the star and eat a bar of chocolate. Okay? So father, mother, sister, farm, brother, star, and bar. Okay? So this is the British accent, actually. In American accent, we have very clear re, but it is not father. It is my father, and sister. Seems that, okay, my voice is clear. Okay, so father, sister, mother, farm, brother, star, bar. So there's a difference in pronunciation regarding this part. Okay, clear? Clear? In British accent, or let me say in American accent, we have ne or te after ne. If you have nt or ne te in the middle of the word, American accent, we tend to, we tend to skip I said in the middle, we tend to skip the te sound. So we use the, what? In America, in British English or in London, okay, in England, they use the internet, but in America, they use the internet. If you have an interview, but in America, they have interview. And if you are not able to do well in the test, you disappoint. In America, it is disappoint, but in England, it is disappointed. And English is an international language in England. International. By the way, it is not international. Okay. Because some people say that it is British English. No, neither British nor American. Okay, it is your own English. Okay, it is not international. It is international, or international in America. So again, the internet and interview, disappointed, international in England, but in America they become the internet and interview, disappoint, and international. And by the way, it is not special. He is the son of the manager, so he receives special treatment. No, it is special. He receives special treatment. And do not say social media. I always hear this word actually. It is not, it is neither American nor English said. It's social media, social, not social. And yeah, something like that actually should be kept in mind. Also in America, they have what we call flap. I mean that if you have t sound between two vowels, so you have vowel plus t plus vowel. In this case, we pronounce t like very light d. You know the common word. It is in British English, it's water. I need some of water. But in American English, it's water. Wa, not wo, by the way. It's water. It's half minute pronunciation, by the way. It may or dialects. It's water. So it's water, and this is little in England, but in America it becomes little. And writing in England, but in America it becomes writing. Okay? And New York City or New York City. I love in New York City. Okay, so these are some very basic differences about the American English and British English regarding pronunciation. There are some differences regarding vocabulary. So for example, if you are in England, you are going to use the left. But when you go to America, when you go to New York, you are going to use what? Yeah, you're going to use the elevator, yes. And in England, they throw the rubbish. In America, they throw something to the what? Trash or garbage. And in England, they move on the pavement, but in America, they move on the sidewalk. Very good. Yes, Hamza, I'm going to say about that. In England, they use the underground, but in New York, they use subway. Very good. And in England, they usually drink some fizzy drinks, but in America, they drink soda. They're perfect, mashallah. Okay, very good. So I think now you have a very clear idea about that. So is it okay for me to mix British English and American English in the speaking test? Is it okay? Is it, or does it matter? Actually, no issue. if you are not a specialist. So it is okay as long as you pronounce the word correctly, either using or following the American English or the British English, it's going to be okay. But for writing, no, actually. For writing, we highly recommend sticking to one style. I mean that either to write using the American style or the British one. Okay? Clear? Good. In general, we have some common mistakes regarding pronouncing ed in past. So past verbs with ed. You know why? Because actually I heard a lot of inaccuracies regarding this point. So for example, you may say something like what, or you may find something like what. Okay, I played, play it. Okay, or I arrived late. I arrived late yesterday. This is not correct. And he asked me a question. He asked me a question. By the way, in British English regarding AS, in American English, they use it like open sound. But in British English, like, let me give you an example. So in American English, we say past. In British English, they say past. In American English, we say ask. In British English, it's ask. So this is one of the differences as well. Okay, so ask it. This is wrong. Why? So ed, or let me say that, ch, sh, fe, ke, pe, plus ed, this equals te sound. So we pronounce ed as te sound. So I say, ask, and I do not say ask it. This is not good. Ask. And I washed my car. I washed, not wash it. Oh my God. So I washed, or I missed, not I missed, I missed. I missed your call. I missed the meeting yesterday. And she kissed her young daughter. Okay. Okay, so this is clear. And I stopped, not stupid. Okay, so I stopped at the traffic light, or you have, or she stopped at the traffic light. And if you have te or te plus ed, then it should be pronounced like ed. So visit becomes visited, and study becomes studied. Okay. The rest of letters is pronounced like de. So I do not say I played. It's I played. It's I played. I played football yesterday. I played, not played. And I arrived, not arrived. I arrived. So adding more sounds is something not good, of course. So this is extremely important. You can take a screenshot before I clear that. So I think you got the point regarding this part. So actually, pronunciation is the most important part here, and you need to work on your pronunciation a lot to have a very clear pronunciation. As I said, it is no issue if you use American English or British English. Both are correct and acceptable. Now let's move on. Yeah, let me reveal some questions here. How long is the IELTS test? We said that it is between something like 11 to 14 minutes. And you are going to have three parts. And in which part did the examiner ask about familiar topics? We said that this is part number one. So you're going to be asked about questions or some questions about your home, studies, work, hobbies, friends. In which part did the examiner give you more abstract questions? We said that this is part number three. And in which part did the examiner give you a topic? We said that this is part number two. And the examiner is going to give you 1 minute to think. And by the way, the examiner also is going to give you and provide you with a note paper and a pencil in order to take down or write down some notes. And you can have a look at this note paper while giving your speech, by the way. So no issue, you can do that easily. Okay. So you're going to have 1 minute to think, and you need to speak up to 2 minutes, up to 2 minutes. No, not 3 minutes, actually, Miss Heaven. Up to 2 minutes only. Why are the IELTS speaking tests recorded? Keep in mind that all the IELTS speaking tests are recorded. Why? Because another examiner might need to score your test. You may ask for reassessment. So that's why your speech should be recorded here. Is it a good idea to memorize your answer? No. What does it mean by memorizing your answer? I mean to memorize a specific expression or specific statements to say. And this is not good because this may be out of context. Like, for example, do you like travel? Yes, actually, I like travel a lot, but I prefer to stay home with my wife because my wife is my life. And I love her a lot because she cooks food for perfection. And maybe. Okay. So what's your favorite restaurant? My favorite restaurant is blah, 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 but I do not eat there a lot. And I like to stay at home with my wife because my wife is my life. And I love her a lot because she cooks food for perfection. What's wrong with this man? And what's your favorite hobby? My favorite hobby is playing football, but I do not play football a lot. And I prefer to stay home with my wife because my wife is my life and I love her a lot because she cooks food for perfection. It seems that there's a problem with this person here. Actually, yes, this is what I mean by memorized answer. You memorize something, okay? you keep saying it a lot. So this is out of context here. This is out of context. Keep that in mind. Okay, if you wear smart clothes for the speaking test, will the examiner give you a higher band score? No. We judge your appearance. We do not judge your appearance here, okay? We do not judge your appearance, but actually it's important to wear something good, okay? I mean that, I still remember something like 5 years ago, one of the test takers came to the speaking test wearing shorts, t-shirts, sunglasses, caps, flip-flops, you know, flip-flops, okay? From the first glance, you may think that he's going to go to the beach, not to an academic test like the IELTS one. So try to come wearing something comfortable because you are going to spend a lot of time. But also keep in mind that that first impressions last. Okay, first impressions last. Yes, you can wear abaya. It's okay. Wear as you like, as I said, as long as it's okay. I mean that the code of dressing here, to wear something good, to wear something okay. If the examiner agrees with your opinions, will you get higher band scores? No. The examiner is not here to agree or disagree with you. This is his not job. The examiner is paid to judge the way you express your opinion, not what is your opinion. Can I wear a watch? No, you cannot wear a watch. Why? Because all devices, even if it is a traditional watch, a mechanical watch, not digital one, it is not allowed. So when you come to the test, you will not be allowed to get your mobile phone, even your wallet. They are going to take your wallet from you and keep it in a closet, of course, and give it back again at the end of the test. If you do not like a question, can I ask the examiner for a different one? You are not at a restaurant, so do not think of that. You're not having a menu and you are picking. Okay, so actually, I do not like this question. Can you give me another one? I'm not a waiter taking your order here. I ask you a question, just give me the answer. Okay, we're not here to prefer which question you like and which one you dislike, okay? So if the examiner asks you a question, try not to ask him to change that. Okay? So, but you may ask for more clarification, okay? Can the examiner tell me my band score at the end of the test? Of course, no. So most of the examiners are very friendly, by the way. They are not ghosts, so don't worry about that. They will treat you in a very friendly way. So do not say that, okay, this examiner is very friendly and he treats me fatherly or she treats me motherly. So, sir, please tell me my band score because I'm very, very nervous. So you're gonna make me feel comfortable. Oh, I'm gonna die. So please give me some kind of assurance. This is not good because the examiner himself or herself may not make up his or her mind regarding your band score. He need to listen again to your speech. Is it possible to? No, as I said, all the wristwatches are not allowed. It's not possible to get half. Why? Because the time is going to be projected, and during speaking, listening, listening, reading, and writing, the time is going to be projected in a front wall in front of you, in a big wall in front of you if you are doing the paper test, and it's going to be projected at the top of the screen if you're going to do the computer test. So no need to wear a watch actually here. You're going to be asked and give answer. Okay. In some parts, there may be a discussion. Is it possible to get 9? Yes. To get half band score? Yes. You may get 6.5, 7.5. And by the way, the speaking part is one of the most important parts here. Okay. What about body language? Is body language important? Is body language important or not? Actually, the examiner will not judge you according to your body language, but keep in mind that body language is important. And facial expressions are also important. So when you use your body language, of course it is okay if you do not sit solid. So what's your favorite subject? My favorite subject is football. Oh, are you a robot? Okay. What's your favorite wherever? It's okay. I like to eat at home because eating at home. Or so try to have some kind of body language. Actually, body language helps you a lot to deliver and convey part of your message. But do not use that excessive body language. Okay, my favorite school subject is oh my God, it seems like as you are fighting with the examiner. So yes, some moderate using or usage of body language is something okay. And having let me say, make your facial expressions match with your speech. For example, do you like going shopping with your wife and family? Yes, I like going shopping with my family a lot. I don't know how to express the level of happiness I feel from the bottom of my heart when I go shopping with them. This is the happiest time ever I spend. I am waiting for this time from the beginning of the week until the end of the week. I feel very eager to go with them shopping. It makes me feeling extremely happy. It doesn't seem to be that. Or how do you feel when your family is away from you for a while? Actually, I feel very sad. I cannot tell you how sad I am when they are away from me and I am counting days waiting for them to come back because I'm extremely sad. I cannot express how sad I am when I do not go out. I do not meet my friends because I cannot leave the house. I keep waiting for them, feeling very sad. Okay, it seems the opposite. Okay, it seems the opposite. You need to make your facial expressions match with what you say. Okay, and also, and also, you need to have good eye contact. Is eye contact important? Yes. So if the examiner is speaking to you, do not look. Do you like
Football, yes, I like football a lot. Football is my favorite hobby, and I like to play football with my friends. Okay, where are you looking? Is there a problem with the ceiling or something like that? Or why do you keep looking at the ground? Do you miss something? Do you lose something? Or did you lose something? So this is not good. Try to have good eye contact. Okay. Yeah. So these are important, of course. These are important. Anyway, I think you do not have that. Which I have. Well, yeah, this is a very good point. If the examiner asks me about something that I do not have a real experience about, okay. So, for example, he asked me a question about something that I have not done before. No need to say that it's, look here, one word, lie to him. Yes, actually, telling lies is something highly advisable and recommended in two cases: when you speak to your wife and when you speak to the IELTS examiner in the speaking test. These two situations, one word, it is highly recommended. Okay, so if the examiner, yeah, yes, it's of course by sense. If your wife asked you for your opinion, for example, about her food, keep in mind that she is not waiting for your opinion. She is sitting next to me, by the way. She is not waiting for your opinion. Me and my wife. Okay, she is not waiting for your opinion. She is waiting for you to praise her, for your comment, for you to say compliments to her. Never say it needs or lacks some salt. Okay, make your mother cook for you. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, yeah. So in this case, it's okay to tell lies. Why? Because, for example, if the examiner asks you how or have you ever been abroad before, and you have never left the city in which you live, okay, and you have never left the city where you live. Sorry. So you're gonna say what? Do not say actually I have not visited any countries before. This is not good. Try to say or try to use the language that is going to help you give and deliver the best answer. So you can say, as a matter of fact, I'm a very big backpacker, and a lot of all my friends know that I enjoy traveling a lot. I have visited many countries like Spain, America, England, Italy. Oh my God. Do not expect that the examiner is going to get, oh, you are a liar, get out of here. I know that you didn't even leave the city in which you live. No. So as long as your language is correct, your answer is correct. So keep this point in mind here. Okay. So it's okay to make up a story. So if you are a lady, for example, and I ask you, do you like football? If you say no, I do not, this may make you unable to deliver a good answer. So you can say, yeah, I'm a very big fan of football. I like to play football and watch football. And by the way, I joined a club last year, and you didn't join anything. Okay, do you live in a flat or house? I'm a millionaire. I live in a villa. Oh my God, I know that you spent your salary before day number 5. Okay, so no issue. No issue to tell lies. Use your imagination. And by the way, the cleverer you are in using your imagination, the better your answer is going to be. So keep that into consideration. Okay, so what tends to use? What tends to use when giving your answer? Actually, the tense that you need to use when giving your answer is the tense of the question. I mean, if the question is given to you using present, then you need to give or to use present simple. Okay. If I give you a question using past simple, then your answer should be with past simple. Okay. If I ask you a question with future, then your answer should be using the future to express what is going to happen. So it's extremely important to follow the tense of the question itself. How long do you want to speak in part one? No more than 30 seconds, something like 3 to 4 sentences. No more than that. Okay, no more than that. So let's no, of course you need to use different vocabulary. Okay, you need to use a wide range of vocabulary. You need to use synonyms. Now I'm gonna give you the chance to take your turn. So if you are ready to participate, just raise your hand. I'm gonna help you participate as much as possible. And I'm gonna try to give you all the chance. Mr. Muhammad Ilwali here. Yes, Mr.
Yes,
Muhammad.
hello.
You are welcome.
Yes,
So
thank you, Dr.
ready?
Yes, can you hear me well?
I can hear you very well. So I want you to do what? Remember, we need to use fillers at the beginning to pave the way for the discussion. I want to give details, support your answer with reasons. Try to paraphrase different synonyms, take care of grammar. Okay?
Yes, but actually I'm very bad with connectors and fillers. This is what make me stuck.
Learn. It's easy. If you are bad
Words.
at them, you need to learn how to use them well.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, okay, inshallah.
So let me ask you about your job. Can you tell me something about your job?
Okay, I'm a community pharmacist. I work at IST Business Park at Al Maadi City. I'm a call center pharmacist. We handle calls from Saudi Arabia for Al Dawa pharmacies.
Good. So this is a commercial for Ad-Dawa Pharmacy. Okay. Okay. So what do you like? What things you like about your job?
Yes, I like to talk to people from different nationalities. Every day I used to talk. I used to talk to many people from India and Philippines and Saudi Arabia and Egypt as well.
Good. So let me ask you about food and cooking. What kind of food do you like to eat?
I like the Egyptian traditional foods like koshari and falafel. I find that their tastes are very beautiful. Also, they are cheap.
Cheap.
Yes, cheap. Yes.
Okay, because sheep is something else.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Good. You did a good job. Actually, I like your answers. Your answers are precise, but they are very accurate ones. Thank you so much. You did a good job, by the way.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Very good. Thank you so much. And now let me move to Miss Samra. Okay. So Miss Samra, right?
Hello, Dr. Yahya.
So your name is?
I don't know why Zoom when I getting in the meeting called me Samra. I know what the I am Ayman actually.
Yeah, I am, but you.
I am sorry. I am so sorry. I already named it
Is
now.
pampering you actually? Okay.
I am so sorry.
No
I
issue,
waiting
no
for.
issue. You can change. You can change your name, by the way. You can change your name.
I changed it.
Let me change it for you. So yes, it is already changed to Ayman in Nagar. Ayman in Nagar, right?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly, Dr. Yahya.
Now
Exactly.
it is changed. Now it is changed. I change it for you.
I okay. I don't know what is the mistake.
Okay.
Every time I get in the meeting, it called me Samra. I know. I don't know what is the why.
No issue. So, dear Mr. Ayman, let me ask you about your family. Do you have a large family or a small family?
Actually, I have a small family. It consists of my mother and my older brother only. We such a small family. We live in a small. We live in a village by name. I live in Egypt in Sharqiya government. I stay in a village in the countryside. There is a lot of fields around me. Try
Now
to expand.
You're out of topic. Look here. When you tell me about your family, then give me more details about your family. I mean that it's okay. It's a small family, We live together in the
Okay.
same house in a small village. And my
Okay.
younger brother is blah, blah, blah. He studies blah, blah, blah. My mother is blah, blah, blah. So you can say something like that. Okay.
Okay, Dr. Yahya. Actually, I have a small family. It consists of my mother and my two brothers. My mother is a housewife, and my elder brother is an English teacher in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And my second brother is a gynecologist, a physician, by the way. And I am a medical researcher.
Okay, very good. So now let me ask you about uh, the village. So what is your village like?
My village, actually, my village, like a small village in any other village. I live in a countryside, by the way, so there is a lot of fields around me, and the sight of the green area take me to feel more comfortable than the city. I would prefer in my village, but it sounds to me to I don't know the I found it a little bit hard to continue a phrase. I
Good.
trained a lot, but
Yeah,
I found it too hard to complete a phrase. I'm sorry.
you are good, by the way. Your problem is that you're rushing while giving your answer. Okay, so
Yes,
in this
yes.
case, my piece of advice to you is to slow down. Just give yourself, just take a deep breath.
I
Okay,
am
because
I'm a little bit
let me tell
nervous.
you something. If you get nervous during the speaking test, believe me, you will not do well. So feeling nervous is gonna make you.
Actually, Doctor, Yahya, I am not interrupted you. By the way, I'm sorry, but I am very nervous right now.
I know
Not
that I can feel that in your voice. So that's why I say, just take a
I know.
deep breath. Take it easy. Okay, as I said, we are not ghost tests. Take it easy and try to arrange the ideas in your mind. Your language is
Yeah.
okay. You are doing well. You are keeping speaking, and this is extremely important, by the way. The golden key to achieve success in the IELTS speaking is to keep speaking. This is the point here. Okay.
I found the problem for me is to arrange my ideas. I
So that's
always
to arrange your ideas. Well, as I said, try to give yourself a while. So that's why I say you can start with something like take a deep breath first and start saying something like, as a matter of fact, during this while, as a matter of fact, there should be some ideas arranged in your mind. Okay. So do not rush the answer. Just give yourself a while before you give the answer to the examiner. Okay. You did a good job. I'm gonna come back again to you. I want you just keep quiet.
thanks.
Okay, slow down, and I'm gonna come back to you again. Okay.
I am very thankful to you, Dr. Yahya. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you, Dr. Yahya.
Pleasure. But keep in mind, I do not say it is consist of. So when you speak about your family, so you can say, so this is my family, it consists of. So no need to say it is consist of. Okay, now let me move to, I need a lady, Miss Mayar. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, Miss Mayar. Welcome. And now let me ask you about your, so cooking. Do you like cooking?
Yes, actually, I do. Of course, as a female first, and as a lone living girl, I cook for myself a lot. However, I'm a very basic cooker. Yeah, I cook basic things like rice and kapsa and stuff like that.
Good. So did you learn how to cook when you were a child?
No, actually, my mom is a teacher, so she didn't have that much time to cook. I learned when I lived alone by YouTube. Yeah, I learned like 3 years ago.
Good. So if you could learn to make one type of food, what would it be?
Chinese food because I like it the most, and I would be appreciated to learn how to cook noodles and chicken. and also I wanna very dine with food.
Okay, very good. Miss Meyer, it seems that your language is advanced. You have a good language. So try to make
Thank
use
you.
of that by doing what? Try to prolong your answer. Okay. So for example, do you like cooking? Actually, I have a lot of hobbies. Look here, look at this answer. You said, yeah, yes,
Okay.
I like cooking because of. So I can say, actually, I have a lot of hobbies, but the one that I like best is cooking. Cooking is my favorite hobby. I like it a lot. I like to learn how to cook different types of food. Okay, if you could learn how to make one type of food, what would it be? Okay, actually, I need to learn different kinds to learn how to make different kinds of food. But the one which is much more important for me and I need to learn is to cook, blah, blah, blah. I need try to give yourself some time to pave the language. Try to use that general statement before you enter the main discussion with the examiner about your question. Okay,
Okay, thank
so
you, sir.
I ask you about your friends. Are your friends mostly your age or different ages?
Well, I actually have a very wide range of friends. I have friends from my age, mostly from my college mates, and I also have friends who are also my neighbors. So they actually are a bit older, but I have a good relationship with them. And due to, am I in? Okay,
You did a great job, actually. Your answer is perfect.
okay.
And it, you have no mistakes regarding grammar. Everything is clear. It is a very well consistent answer. Thank you so
Alhamdulillah.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Back.
So, if I just can ask you one question.
Yeah.
I tend to say Alhamdulillah and MashaAllah a lot during my conversation. And I'm asking if the examiner wasn't a Muslim. Um, is that going to be an issue or it's okay?
Again, the exam as well.
They weren't Muslim. So they may not understand Alhamdulillah and MashaAllah.
No, it is not good actually to say something like in Arabic, okay? So let me tell you something.
Okay.
A lot of Pakistanis, Egyptians, and Saudis even say يعني, right? Or
Yeah.
bas. So it is not good at all to insert, okay, or this kind of intrusion of this Arabic expressions is not advisable. So if you say something like that, try to avoid telling something like that. Why? As I said, because this is an English test. Okay. So let me tell you something. If you are gonna give a speech in your graduation, and this speech should be in Arabic, okay?
Mm.
Will you include some English vocab or some English words?
If it's not needed, no.
Okay, let me say that if the Imam is giving the ceremony or khutbah in Al-Jum'ah, and he said, okay, sorry, do you think it is gonna be okay?
No, no,
No.
no.
Why? Although the word sorry is very famous, right?
Mm,
And the word okay is very famous, but you are gonna feel that it is out of context, right? So that's why I
yeah.
say that, okay, this is an English test, so I need to stick to English only during the test. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure. You did a great job, actually. Thank you so much. And now let me move to, okay, I tried to take a lady or two ladies. I have a lot of ladies here and a gentleman, okay? So, Miss Jawahir, okay.
Hello, good
Hello, you're
evening.
welcome. I can hear you well. Okay, very good. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask you about your work. So can you tell me something about your job?
Okay, currently I'm unemployed, but then due to this, I still do make an effort of getting certificates, getting a lot of diploma. I mean, um, so can we restart?
No, not that you are nervous, so don't worry.
Yes.
No issues. Just try to collect your mind and let me ask you about something which is familiar. So do you usually see your friends during the week or at the weekend?
um, as a matter of fact, with this current status of how I'm living right now, I do see my friends during special occasions at least once a month. We do go out in a mall or a restaurant and have a good time with each other's company.
Great. So, do you like cooking?
I don't like cooking. However, I I do tend to cook for myself and for my family as well. So I do cook, but I don't like it. Is that so acceptable?
Yes, it's acceptable. Why not? So,
Okay.
what about shopping? Do you like shopping?
Oh, shopping is one of the things that I love doing the most.
It seems that this is a part of the software at women, right?
Yes, sir. Yes. So
Yeah.
yeah, we tend to go over the budget that we plan to buy online or at the actual shopping mall.
Good, very good. Your answers are good ones, by the way. But you are a little bit nervous, okay? And
Yes,
I'm
sir.
pretty sure that if your mind is clear, you are gonna do better, okay? So I want you to try to speak confidently. Keep in mind that the examiner is not a ghost, okay? By the way, the examiner is not looking for your mistakes. Examiners are trying to help you, by the way.
Thank you
Examiners
very much, sir.
wish you do well. So do not worry at all. And I want you to do what? Of course, we need a lot of rehearsal before, a lot of practice. So I always do advise my students to do what? To record yourself. I mean, just switch on your laptop, your mobile phone, and start to read the question and say, if you look in the mirror, you will not see yourself one more time. But when you record yourself, it's going to be easy for you to look at yourself giving the answer. And then you can look, okay, actually, I have a poor eye contact. Actually, it seems that I'm very nervous. Okay, I made a mistake in this point. So this will help you a lot. Okay. So having this kind of exercise, believe me, is gonna do miracles to you. It's gonna do wonders. I have a lot of students, okay,
Okay,
who
sir.
spent or who made a very long journey with me, changing and moving from band 4 to band 7.5 in speaking. Okay, and I know that's a very tough journey, but I want you to look at the discrepancy. So practice makes perfect. Keep that in mind. Thank you so much. You did a great job.
Thank you, sir.
And yeah, welcome. And let me move to Mr. Hamza here. Okay. Yes, Mr. Hamza.
Yes, hello teacher, can you hear me?
You want to bribe the examiner, right?
Maybe. If things get desperate, I might.
Okay, so Hamza, let me ask you about your job. Just tell me about your job.
Okay. Right now, I work 10 jobs. I can tell you about them. One of
10
them, yes, 10 jobs, I know.
But jack of all trades is master of none. Okay, go ahead.
One of them is a clown for hire. People usually rent my services at parties so I can entertain children as a professional clown. Another job is a CEO. You see, I have my own company. It's a snacks company. Yes, it's a snacks company.
Yeah.
Would you like a free sample?
Good. Good. What else? Go ahead. These are two.
Okay. The third one, truck driver. You know, I smuggle stuff for the mafia.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a high-paying job.
It's okay to tell
demand.
lies, but believe me, in this case, using some lies like that are gonna send you to the jail. Okay.
The IELTS jail.
Yeah, and you may work as an IELTS trainer in the afternoon.
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's free work.
Okay, let me ask you about your family. So do you have a large family or a small family?
Actually, I have 3 families. I'm the father of 3 families. I have 3 wives, each a separate family. I'm close with the 2 families, but the last one, I'm not very close to them. They hate me and I hate them. Life's good so far. Yeah, the rest, they love me.
Yes. Try to, actually, I advise you to try the 4th one. This may make you much more better. Okay, so what are some things you enjoy doing together as a family?
We like to play family games. We host family nights. We usually play Monopoly or Uno, or we play PlayStation with my kids. Or we can go shopping. We enjoy shopping. We like to go to the malls. We like, yeah.
You enjoy shopping with your family, right?
Yes, of course.
Good. Yes, actually, it is very clear that you are telling lies all the time. But anyway, your answers are good ones.
No,
Thank
they
you
call
so
me
much,
Hamza the
Hamza.
Truth. Yeah, thank you, teacher.
Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah. I am very impressed, actually, by your answers. You're a professional. Okay. Thank you so much, Hamza. You did a good job. Okay, now okay, Miss Alia here. I don't know whether
Hello.
Yes, you're welcome.
Hello, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. So, Miss Alia, we're going to move to food and cooking. Okay, so can you tell me what kind of food do you like to eat?
So my favorite kind of dishes is pasta, pizza. But I love cooking anyway.
But what's your favorite kind of food?
Favorite kind of food?
Mhm.
International dishes anyway.
Like?
Pizza, pasta, any kind. I prefer actually I prefer salads. I
Mhm.
love eating salads.
Yeah, your language is perfect, but you are very nervous. Okay,
Yeah,
this is
I'm
number 1.
nervous.
Try to keep quiet. Number 2, when I ask you a question like that, okay, try to look for some more details. For example, I like pizza, or a specific kind of pizza. The ingredients of pizza is blah blah blah. I like to eat it at a special restaurant, because this restaurant serves this kind of pizza for perfection. Okay, so I want you to go for more details. Okay, so what do you do usually together when you meet your friends?
So we usually pick up a special cafe because I really like sweets and coffee. I prefer V60. And for the desserts, I prefer San Sebastian or anything top it with chocolate. That's it.
That's it. You do not chit chat. You do not tell gossips. You do not say something else. Okay. Just give more. Tell me what you exactly do. Okay. So this is the point. Again, your language is perfect, but you need to learn the technique that you need to follow in order to maximize your band score. The point here is to keep speaking. Okay. Give more details. Okay. So can you tell me something about your job?
Okay, I'm a laboratory technician. I work in King Faisal General Hospital. I do. I'm a lab technician. Sorry. I work in the pre-analytic area where we do. Sorry, I'm nervous.
Yeah, I know that. So that's why I say, okay, I'm gonna give you another chance. So I want you just collect your mind. Okay. Collect your ideas, gather your ideas together. When I ask you about something like that, so you can tell me about what you do. Just simply say what you do at your job. I think you do not like the language, but you lack some kind of confidence. Okay, so don't worry about that. As I said, just consider that you are speaking to yourself. You are speaking to the wall, not to the examiner. and do not worry. Okay? I'm gonna go back again to you. Thank you. Let me, Mr. I need to. Okay. Mr. Bakhtoir Awan. Okay, Mr. Awan.
Actually, it's Mitzbachtawarawan. Yeah, it's okay since it's a gender neutral
So
name.
sorry. I'm trying to search for a gentleman, but no issue. But no issue. You're welcome.
Okay. Okay.
So originally, you are from?
I'm from Pakistan, Karachi specifically.
Yes. So this is a very famous Pakistani name, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So again, can you say your name?
It's Bakhtabar.
Bakhtabar. Okay, you are welcome. So let me ask you about shopping. Okay. So
Okay,
wait.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you used the internet to buy things?
Yes, I have been using internet to buy a lot of things since the time COVID started, because the shops were all the shops were closed. The online shopping trend was at peak at that time, and that was the time when I started shopping online, and I'm still shopping online whenever I want. It is convenient. It is easy, and I like to put things into my cart and then sometimes buy it, and sometimes when the pocket is not friendly or when it's not that easy to
So
buy, I don't.
did you enjoy going shopping when you were a child?
Yes, I always loved going shopping when I was a child, especially with my mother. So I always enjoyed it because you get to try new clothes, you get to see different shops, from jewelry to clothes to handbags and other accessories. And also during shopping, you get to eat street food, which is one of my favorite things to do during shopping.
You did a great job, actually. Your answers are very perfect, well consistent. You used a wide range of vocabulary. Your sentences are compound and complex, all of compound and complex sentences. Though you seem to be very nervous, your answers are perfect ones.
Sorry.
You did a great job. You did a great job, actually. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now let me move to Mr. Azam here.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Mr. Azam, can you tell me where do you live?
I live in Jeddah, in Upper Janubiyya, near the sea. We have beautiful sea, and we have, in these days, we have a beautiful weather. Tomorrow, inshallah, it will be raining. And really, I love my neighborhood because we have a lot of restaurants, and they have
It's a very good
beautiful
answer.
food.
I like your answer a lot. So when I ask you about where do you live, do not say I live in Jeddah and then you stop. Just tell me what makes you love Jeddah. Okay, so this is extremely important here. So if you could change one thing regarding your city, what it is going to be?
Okay, that's a good question. Let me see. I will change maybe our weather. I love the raining weather, and unfortunately, we don't have a lot of days raining. So I hope, inshallah, in the future, we will see more raining days in our life. And I love the clouds. It's a beautiful thing to see it. And I like to see the sunset near the sea. And inshallah, in the winter, we will see more raining days.
Good. So if I ask you about your family and I said that, what do you like best about your family and why?
Okay. We are a family of 5 children, or 5. Okay, I have just one brother and 4 sisters. Oh, sorry, 3 sisters. And I love about my brother is he talked to me all the day, and he tell me everything about his life, and always ask me what I am doing, what about my feelings, what about my day, and about my sister. They are very good to me. They we always go to coffee shop, drink coffee, and eat sweets, and talk about our lives, our lives of college, and get contact, get to know each other more.
Your answers are very detailed and good ones. I want you to get rid of this excessive usage of and. Okay, you can make use of something like also, in addition, what is more, furthermore, adding to that, rather than saying and all the time. This will help you a lot to maximize your bench score. But all in all, you did a great job, actually. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, Miss Athar.
Yes, sir.
Mr.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Okay, dear brother, let me ask you about English. Okay, sorry. So, do you like learning English?
Yes, sir. I like learning English because I want to speak in future fluent. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I hear you well.
Okay. Yes, please.
So, why is learning English important for you?
Because English is an international language. I hate traveling different offices and international multinational companies. They are working overall English, international English language base. It's important for English language is very important for around the world. Everywhere speak in English is very important because I speak regularly with my tutor, and English is very important now.
Okay, so what do you usually do at the weekend when you meet your friends?
Nowadays, I am jobless because Saturday and Sunday I am not meet to friend. I am focused on study in English language for improving weaknesses and grammar and different fluency and tenses.
Good.
This
good.
is the main thing of my target and goals.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You did a good job, dear brother. Actually, you kept speaking, and this is a very good thing. Except for some grammatical issues, you are doing well. So actually, you need to improve your grammar a little bit. You have some grammar issues that need to be fixed in order to maximize your bench score. But actually, I'm highly impressed by your way in keeping speaking, answering the question thoroughly, and covering it without being off the topic. Thank you so much. You did a great job.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, now let me move to Miss Amira here. Okay.
Hi.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, Miss Amira, let me ask you about your job. Can you tell me something about your job?
Well, I practiced pharmacology and I held the position for a couple of years before changing my career path to work as a healthcare quality professional.
Also, what do you like about your job?
Well, I like the fact that not only I help patients from all around the globe provide them with advice, but also I have a good rapport with my colleagues at work as well as my boss.
So, what about your friends? Do you only make friends with people who are the same as you?
You, I couldn't hear you. Excuse me.
Again, do you only make friends with people who are the same as you?
Well, I have a good relationship with I have a large circle of friends, including my close friends and casual acquaintances, and they are not only my age. I have some friends my age and other who older than me, in which I can get some knowledge and experience from them.
Great. So, what was the last meal you cooked?
Well, let me say that I am by nature a person who loves to pursue an active lifestyle and love healthy or wholesome meals. So I'd say that I ate some tuna with a green salad.
Very good. You did a great job. Actually, your answers are great. Your language is very well consistent. A lot of your vocabulary is advanced. So you did a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you the best
Thank
of
you.
luck. Okay, now we are gonna move to an example. Okay, I'm gonna show you an example of a real IELTS speaking test. Are you ready? She's Chidi. She's from Nigeria, but as you said, actually, most of her answers are very short. She's very nervous, yes, and this may be a reason why she is performing this way. Okay, but actually, she uses simple sentences accurately. However, there are no examples of complex sentences. As I said, actually, using complex sentences is something that's going to help you a lot to maximize your band score to band 5. So keep that into consideration. Okay. And her pronunciation is clear. She doesn't have a lot of problems regarding pronunciation. It is very clear. But she has very minor problems regarding pronunciation. Okay, so try to avoid all the problems she made, okay? Try to avoid all the mistakes she made. This is the point. Now, let me move to Mr. Mazen. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, Mr. Mazen, let me ask you about your weekend. What do you usually do at the weekend?
I usually at the weekend do many things like go away because my job take all my time. So I'll wait it and I'll wait the weekend all the 7 days.
Good. So, can you tell me about your job?
I graduated for 3 years ago, and I studied animal production, and I am engineering in a farm, poultry, and the job and the job. Sorry, I'm so nervous.
Well, no problem. We are here to learn from each other, so don't worry about that. So, what's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport is swimming because my brother is a coach and he learned me a lot in special occasions. because he have a school of swimming, and I usually go with them and started when I was young.
Good. I think now this time you give a lot of details,
Yeah.
but you did a good job. I want you to work on yourself, Mr. Madden. Keep in mind that everything is being attainable if we do the effort, if we exert the effort. So keep that in
Yeah.
mind. I want you to work on yourself a lot, especially if you are targeting a high band score. You need to work on your grammar. You need to enlarge and broaden your vocabulary scale. This will help you a lot for this target. Thank you
Sure, I
so
can
much.
ask you one question.
Yeah.
I have a lot of vocabulary, but I can't express. I took the IELTS test twice, and no more than 5.
Because you need, look here, IELTS is not the test that if you study for 1 week, you are gonna get something higher, because IELTS is a test of language. And by the way,
Yeah.
IELTS let me say that IELTS is a prestigious test simply because it accurately measures the level of your language.
Yeah.
We say that if you want to raise your band score from band, for example, 5 to band 5.5, you need 100 training hours.
Wow.
Look here, just to
Yeah.
raise half band score, you need 100 training hours. So this is the point. You need to train yourself. You need to work on yourself. You need to practice. 100 practice hours is not something easy, okay?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So that's it. So you need to work on yourself. You need to practice speaking. What is the benefit of having a lot of money in your pocket, but you do not go to the malls? You just keeping this money and you are staying at your home. You need to go away. You need to interact with people around you. You need to look for a way that may help you to find a community. You can search the internet. There are a lot of virtual communities where you can practice speaking English. This will help you a lot. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Now we can go for a break. Okay. So 20 minutes is okay? 20 minutes is okay? Good. So now we're going to go for a break, and we can complete after the break. So we're going to meet at 8:35, okay? So see you at 8:35 after the break. Sisters. No, yes. I think that my voice is clear to you all, right? Now let's move to part number 2. I think now we have a very clear idea about part number 1. Now we are going to move to part number 2. As I said, in part number 2, you need to understand it's going to be an individual long term. Okay, I mean that the examiner is going to give you a cue card. There will be a topic on this cue card. You need to speak from 1 up to 2 minutes. So here are some instructions, important instructions regarding this part. Number 1, you need to read the topic that the examiner gives you. You can make notes on the note paper. And as I said, you can read these notes, so you can have a look at the note paper, no issue. When the examiner tells you to talk, you need to talk up from 1 up to 2 minutes. Try to keep talking, this is the secret, until the examiner interrupts you. So which is better, to stop myself or to let the examiner, or to keep speaking until the examiner stops me? Actually, it's highly recommended to keep speaking until the examiner stops you. Okay, there may be one or two following up questions or two follow-up questions. Okay, by the way, you may be asked some questions like that if the examiner need or want you to produce more language. The examiner is going to say the same, by the way. I'm going to give you a topic and you will have to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you will have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand? He is going to say that. Here is some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here is your topic. Please do not write anything on the notebook or in the booklet. Okay, it's important to do that. So, yeah, if you want to achieve success here, never write full sentences. Never write full sentences. Just write what? Just keywords. So just keywords. Just write some keywords. These keywords actually will help you a lot to organize your ideas, no more than that. If you try to write full sentences, believe me, you will fail this part. So I need to write just keywords that will help me direct my speech. Okay? Just keywords as I said. Okay? You need to write on the note paper. You need to write keywords only for each bullet point. Do not write complete sentences. Do not worry about the time. The examiner is going to tell you when to start and when to stop. So, for example, this is an example of part number 2. Describe your favorite hobby. You should say, what is this hobby? So I need to cover the bullet points thoroughly. I am going to have 3 bullet points and 1 extra question. So why you enjoy this hobby? What benefits you can get from this hobby? And explain why this hobby is important to you. Okay, clear? So you can take notes saying, well, for example, I'm going to say something like what? Okay, this hobby is swimming. Okay, so swimming. What benefits? Why you enjoy it? Okay, a nice pastime. Okay. Yes. I meet a good way to socialize. Socialize. Okay. Relaxing. Good. And how benefits? What benefits you can get? Keeping fit. Okay. Really get rid of stress. Okay, so this is what I mean by taking down some notes. Actually, this way, okay. So you are brainstorming. So this way you can organize your mind. This way you can organize your mind. You can do well. I think it is clear now, right? Right? So I'm gonna give you 1 minute and I want you now think about that. Think about your answer and then I'm gonna be ready to receive your contributions, okay? I'm gonna lower all the hands. So if you are ready after that, you can raise your hand. Okay, so now let me start with Mr. Okay, Mustafa Najib. Yeah, Mustafa Naguib. Yes. Okay, Mr. Mustafa, go ahead.
Okay, do you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you well. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you about one of my favorite hobbies. In fact, I have a lot of hobbies. Actually, I do. Um, but if I gonna to speak on a specific one, I gonna to speak trading. Um, yeah, you know, reading is very important for us. Actually, I acquired this habit from my father. He usually brought me a lot of books during my childhood. That's encouraged me a lot to read. Actually, I read about everything, and even I read everywhere. I read during my journey to the work. I read the transportation. I read even everywhere. But if I talk about the first place where I have a best chance to read and with more focus and deeply focus, this is at my room. Actually, it's cozy, comfortable one. When you find the when you find the best lightning and you feel it's very cozy and comfortable as I said. Um, to be honest, when I get stressed, I go to my room and read a book. That's developed the reading skills for me a lot and acquired me a lot ability to explain and to imagine a lot of things. Yeah, actually, the world is begin from my room with my book. I have a lot of benefits and advantages around the reading. This is enrich our culture. It is enrich our as you know, it's reach our ability to communicate, yeah, and to explain your views about different things, yeah. One important around that is my elder brothers, because is about my helpers and the I can say uh, yeah, okay, I can say that I found
I
out
think
reading.
that's more than enough. You did a great job, actually. You did a great job, Mr. Mustafa. Your answer is a perfect one. You covered the topic thoroughly. Your answer is well consistent. You use the wide range of vocabulary. You have a very logical order of ideas. So actually, this is great. Thank you so much. You did a great job. You did a great
Thank
job.
you.
You did a great job. Okay, now let me move to Miss. Thank you so much. Let me move to Miss. Nine, two, four. Okay, look here. I have Miss Aisha.
Hi, sir. How are you doing?
Great. So yes, go ahead.
All right. Although hobbies are, no, sorry, even though hobbies are a beneficial way to spend time and rejuvenate, the one hobby that I enjoy the most is gardening. And why I particularly enjoy gardening is because I really enjoy going to the nursery to purchase different species of flora and choosing the right tools for gardening and researching about the right germinating conditions. Under which the plants are going to grow properly, researching about all the different conditions, the different requirements of the plants. All of these things, they intrigue me a lot. So I really enjoy gardening. And this helps me get close to the nature. It has helped me rejuvenate and it helps me to relax. It helps me to unwind all the stress that I deal with throughout the day. I really love to go to the nature. I really love to enjoy all of these activities. So these things, I know this is under the length. I went under the length because I need to describe about gardening the first point, right?
Yes, you did a great job. Actually, your answer is a perfect one. You covered all the bullet points thoroughly. You did a great job. Very good. Very good answer.
And
Thank you
so
so
the
much.
first thing, when I mention about gardening, then how can I expand my answer in this part? Like if someone is mentioning about reading, or if someone is mentioning about gardening,
I do not like giving or judging your answers. I'm not here to judge your answer. Actually,
no,
I'm
no,
here
I'm just asking
to
you the
put your
first
feet on the
one.
right path, okay? To tell you
Uh,
what is good and what is
how
needed, what
how
is
can
that
we
that needs to
expand
be.
our answer for the first point? Because why we enjoy it and what benefits we get from it, that's easy to expand and give details. How can we expand the first one? Like if we are saying, I'm asking about your
I give
opinion.
something
Like
important.
if
If you
let's
check the Telegram
let's
channel,
suppose I'm speaking about gardening right now. So how can I expand more about what
yeah.
gardening
So if you check the Telegram channel, you will find very nice PDFs regarding speaking. Okay, these PDFs actually are perfect ones. You know why? Also, you are gonna find many PDFs regarding writing. Actually, reading these PDFs regarding speaking and writing is gonna provide you with two important things. Number one, it is gonna provide you with a lot of ideas. It is gonna broaden your mind, providing you with many ideas that you can use regarding different topics. Number
exactly?
two, keep in mind that 100% the topics that you are gonna read about regarding writing or speaking is gonna be the same topics that you're gonna find in the test or something familiar to them or similar to them. So this will make you very familiar with the question. So you are not be surprised when you listen to the question or when you read the question for the writing part. So this is
Yeah.
number one. Number two, this will help you a lot to acquire language. It will help you enrich your language because these are model answers. So the language used in them is very advanced language. So this will help you a lot also to acquire a lot of language that will broaden your language circle. That
Horizon.
will help you a lot to enrich your language, as I said. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, all
Thank you
right.
so much. Great, a great job, Ms. Aisha. Thank you so much. And now let me move to another question now. Okay. So, oh yes, this is one of the good things. If you want to start your speech about writing about part number two, then it is highly recommended to use these expressions to pave the way to your expression. I can say something I'd like to talk about, I'd like to tell you about. Well, I'm going to talk about as Mr. Mustafa used. So this is one of the good ways to start your speech here in part number two. Now let's have a look at this example. Describe a teacher who has influenced you in your education. You should say where you met this teacher, what subject he or she taught, what was special about him, and explain why this person influenced you so much. I'm going to give you 1 minute as well to think about this topic, and then I'm going to give you the chance to speak. I'm going to lower the hands as well. Go ahead. I'm so sorry, Mr. Nabil Rahman, yes. Go
Hello,
ahead.
sir. Good evening. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. I can hear you well.
All right. I would like to talk about my physics teacher. I met him when I was studying for my A levels in Pakistan International School, Jeddah. Uh, why he's so dear to me is because the way he taught physics to the class was just out of this world. He used to explain every single topic like it was a piece of cake, and he used to just he tried to put everything in a much simpler way than it was already written in the books. The another thing that was special about him was that I was not a very bright student in my physics class. So he used to point out some special kids like me. I wouldn't consider myself special, but I was quite dull in physics. So he used to point out those children and he used to take extra attention for them. He used to take extra classes for them. He was quite kind with them in terms of physics, not in terms of grading, of course, because that would be biased. And the thing that he used to explain things so brightly and so efficiently was thing that I admire about him. And that's all I would like to say about him.
Very good. Your answer is good, actually. But try to add more, actually. You spoke for less than 2 minutes. It is highly recommended, to be honest with you. It is highly recommended to speak for more than 1 minute. I mean, try to reach the limit, which is 2 minutes, or try to let the examiner, okay, himself or herself.
Sir, I would just like to have one question from you. Can I just ask that the same question that Ms. Aisha asked? That how can I expand? Could you, if you could explain just in one sentence or two sentence, I would not like to take much of your time. That how can I expand? Because when I'm prompted with the card
No,
and
you
it
can
says
expand
expand.
using a lot of. Look here, I said you can. Here the problem here is not for language. The problem here is a problem of generating ideas. Okay. So I want you to generate as many ideas. Okay, so where you met this teacher? I met this teacher when I was studying at blah 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 school. It was one of the most notable, or one of the most famous schools in Jeddah at that time, and all the teachers actually that were or who were teaching there were perfect ones. But this teacher was much more perfect. He was teaching me physics. I like physics a lot, and I consider it my favorite school subject. But this teacher actually helps me change change the way I see physics. He was a very special teacher. There are many things that make him a very unique and special one. First of all, he was, let me say that he was very clever at this subject. He was able to explain this and facilitate a lot of difficult points to us. Also, most of his lessons were interactive lessons. We were not just listening to him explaining to us, but he all the time tried to involve us in the lesson by giving us the chance to explain, to take the role of the teacher. So the problem here is the problem of generating ideas, not the problem of language. So try to generate as many ideas as possible. As I said.
Just one question more relating to this topic, but won't that be murmuring? Like if I don't have any ideas, I would just keep on saying things. How won't the examiner think that I'm just blabbering, if you could say, in front of him? I'm just keeping speaking, and that doesn't make sense. Would you agree?
So again, to put it simply, one of the main rules here for part number 2 specifically. Part number 1 is not that big deal. Part number 2.
Part number 1
you need to keep speaking until you reach the 2 minutes. I do not think that at the beginning you may think that the 2 minutes is a long. They are 2 hours for you while you are speaking.
Yes.
But believe me, when you are able, when you read a lot, when you practice a lot, okay, when you read a lot of examples, a lot of model answers for part 2, this will help you a lot to practice. And when you practice a lot, believe me, step by step, you are going to be able to reach this time limit easily. Okay,
All right.
so this is the point.
All right.
Yeah,
All
thank
right.
you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Okay, now let me move to Miss Farah Al Harbi. Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
So I would like to talk about my teacher, who I met in my junior year in high school. She was teaching me and my classmates biology. She's really special to me, and I consider her as my favorite teacher of all times because she really made science, especially biology, really fun and unique to me. And there's one word she said about me, and it really still rings a bell in my head. She once told me to solve this practice in front of all the class. It was a practice to solve. Um, Sorry, just let me think about this word. Um, she asked me to solve or make a family tree to predict the pattern of the inheritance of a certain disease through a family along 3 generations. And I did it in like 2 minutes. And she was really impressed by that. And she told me that you are a natural in science. And that word, I really like that sentence or that word. And so, yeah, I'm now a graduate of bachelor's degree in science, particularly in general biology. And I'm intending to learn more about genetics and molecular biology in the future. And I have also emailed her that uh, uh, I told her my
That's enough.
updates and
That's enough.
okay.
Actually, that's enough. You reached the limit, and you did a great job. Thank you so much, Farah. You did a great job. Actually, your language is well consistent as well, and you covered the bullet points thoroughly. Very good. Now let me move to let me show you an example of part 2. So this is Michael Blinkers, and he used a range of vocabulary, including some less advanced or some less common, vocabulary like legendary, background, inspired, creativity, celebrity. Okay. He used a range of complex structures with flexibility. His verb tenses are not always accurate, but error-free sentences are frequent, and this is much more important. So here are some more examples regarding this part. Here are some more examples. I mean, that describe something new you are learning to do. Talk about a person you admire. Share information about your favorite website. So these are all examples of part number 2. Now, in part number 3, let me tell you that for part number 3, the examiner is waiting for you to give answers, but in more detail than in part number 1. In this part, as I said, you need to avoid talking about yourself. If you are going to talk, just talk about what most people do in your country or in your culture, your community. So you need to speak from a general point of view. You need to speak from a general point of view. Okay? Also here, you need to explain your opinion. You need to express your opinion. What may happen if the examiner uses a word that you don't understand? Here you can ask about the meaning of this word. Is it okay? Yes, it's okay, but try to not to do something like that many times. Okay? You can use some expressions like that. I think that, in my opinion, I believe, it seems to me that, and then I can use a general statement like most people these days, a lot of people nowadays, most people in my country, okay? Generally speaking, young or old people do blah blah blah. The majority of people in my culture do so and so. So you can take a screenshot of this slide. It's extremely important, actually. Now let's have example. Let me say, if someone, okay, let me check who is ready for that. Okay, so okay, Miss Hadir, yes. I'm sorry, Miss Hadir, yes. Mr. Mustafa.
Yes, hello.
Okay, Mr. Mustafa, no problem. Okay, Mr. Mustafa, can you tell me about gifts? If we say that you are going to talk about gifts, so what kind of gifts do people usually tend to give to each other in your culture?
Okay, I guess it depends on the type of the relationship I have with the person I'm gifting. If it's a relative, some people might take some sort of sweets, sweet food like chocolate or a cake. I guess if people are giving gifts to friends, they may try and find what are the things that they need the most, when two close friends are with each other, they might try and find what their priorities, and they try to buy it for them as a gift. Some people tend to gift flowers, or gift flowers or chocolate, as I said. I guess it depends on the
That's more enough.
situation.
But which ones do you think are much more better?
Which type of gift is better? I guess it differs from a person to another. But in my culture, I guess the sweet food or anything sweet as chocolate is a sign of gratitude, friendship, and love. I guess it touched the person that receives this
Okay,
gift.
thank you so much. Your answer is very, very perfect, actually. Thank you so much, dear Mr. Mustafa.
Thank
Now
you,
let me
doctor.
move to Miss Hadir. Okay, Miss Hadir, yes. Or Miss Hadi, or I don't know, is it a Mr. or Miss? I'm so sorry for that. But you are Hadi. Yes, this is a name of. Okay, I'm trying to reach you. Okay. Okay, Miss Ruwaida.
Yes.
Okay, Miss Ruwaida, can you tell me something about uh, are there certain kinds of festivals that are becoming more popular in your country?
I think there is several festivals, such as the Halloween and other festivals in town.
Okay, can you tell me something about them? Okay. Hello? It seems that I lost contact. Okay, Aaron.
Yes.
Hello? Yes. Okay, dear Mr. Aaron. Okay, let me ask you about festivals. Are there any kinds of certain kinds of festivals that are becoming more popular in your culture?
Well, in my culture, actually, I'm from the country in India, and in my country, the most uh, loved
Were necessary and clearing all the misconceptions we had according related to the IELTS examination. And yeah, thank you.
Give you the best of luck. And now let me move to Mr. Hamza Naeem here. Okay, this is Mr. Mustafa.
Mustafa, yes. I would like to thank you very much, Dr. Yahya, for this excellent course. You really was the course was very well organized. You gave us confidence to speak more and to practice more. What's more, your anecdotes you keep telling us are so funny, and they made this course more and more interesting. So really, I'd like to thank you for giving us courage and confidence to go on with our journey to achieve the highest band we can get in this IELTS test. Thank you again, Doctor.
Mr. Mustafa, you did a great job actually during the course. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And now let me move to Mr. Hamza, yes. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Hamza. We can hear well.
Yeah, this session was really good. And the email for this session came out of nowhere, and I was glad that I opted for this course. And the techniques you taught us and the ways you actually changed my overview of how IELTS work and how the marking criteria is. Overall, it was really helpful, and I hope I will achieve my desired goal by using those techniques that you taught us. Thank you.
Sure about that. Wishing you the best of luck, dear brother, and thank you so much, actually. Thank you. And now let me move to Miss Nora here. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear well.
Well, I didn't actually attend all the session, but it's my first time to be here. But the way that you actually give them the information for us is so amazing and brilliant. I love the way that the tip that you give to us and everything, and the tracks, and the way that you help us to improve our skills. So thank you very much for helping us.
Thank you so much, Nora. And actually, it was an honor for us to have you here with us. Thank you so much. Wishing you the best of luck in your journey for your IELTS test. And now let me move to Carlos. Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Actually, I had a lot of courses before, but the most beneficial course which I took with you, I really admire your method to enrich my mind and to clarify and simplify your points of view and your tactics and techniques. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You too. Thank you so much for your nice and sweet feedback. Wishing you the best of luck. And now let me move to Mr. Affan. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam.
How is that?
Great. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. MashaAllah, the way of teaching had really great impact on my results, inshallah. And the way of you teaching one by one, the method you have managed, everything was great. I would like to say only one word, great, 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 for the way of teaching. And sir, nothing more to say, but I have learned many things from you, and better grammar, better the way of communication of English, the listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And that's it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Wishing you the best of luck. Thank you so much, dear brother.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now let me move to Mr. Muhammad Fahd. Okay. You're welcome. Again, what? Yes, what do you ask about the reading section? Yes, you can highlight, sure. You can highlight using different colors. Right click on the word and choose highlight. Okay. If you find difficulty in the computer test, then shift to the paper test. That's it. That's easy. Don't worry about that. Okay. Thank you so much. Wishing you the best of luck. And now let me move to Mr. Hamza again. Hello, Mr. Hamza.
Yes, teacher, how are you?
I'm great.
Yeah, this is my first IELTS session, or not session, I mean course. I've attended all the sessions, and your work is phenomenal, teacher. I applaud you. You've helped me to get a general understanding of what's all IELTS about, like what's it about. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're a good teacher. You know how to explain. You give good examples. You do everything good. Thank you, teacher.
I think this time you are telling the truth, right?
Yes, of course. No, this time, no more lies.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, dear
you very
brother.
much,
Wishing
teacher.
you the best of luck. Wishing you the best of luck. And now let me move to Mr. Ayman in the God here. Yes.
Hello, Dr. Yahya.
You're welcome.
You are welcome. I want to thank you for helping all of us in the preparation course for the IELTS exam.